It's Mrs. Masters here again to talk to you about tangents, secants, and angles with circle relationships. We're going to look at 3 theorems today to help us decide how to determine angle measures when angles are found inside a circle, outside a circle, or on a circle circumference. The 3 major relationships we're looking at today. The question you always want to ask yourself is, where is the vertex of the angle in relationship to the circle? If the vertex of the angle that you want to know about is inside the circle, so here we're looking at angle FIG, the vertex is inside the circle, not necessarily at the center. We don't know that point I is the center of that circle. It doesn't appear to be. So this theorem will apply to any angle that is having a vertex inside the circumference of a circle. This angle is always going to be half the sum of the 2 intercepted arcs. See, this kind of looks like a bow tie here, right, with those 2 chords. So this angle intercepts 2 arcs. We have an intercepted arc here at FG and an intercepted arc here at EH. So the x degrees here is going to be half the sum of those 2 arcs. So x will be half the sum of FG plus arc EH. So make sure that you do the sum in parentheses first and then times it by 1/2. That order of operations is important and it comes into play a lot when you work with algebra on these questions. So we're just going to plug in the values here, 76 and 88 respectively for those 2 angles. Add them up, divide by 2, and we get that x is equal to 82 degrees. So again, any angle inside the circle is going to be half the sum of the 2 arcs. Again, I think if this is a bow tie, I'm looking for that those 2 arcs that make that bow tie relationship for that angle. What if the vertex is not inside the circle? What if it happens to be on the circle? Well, we looked at inscribed angles whose vertex is on the circle earlier this week. And those inscribed angles are just another example of a vertex that is on the circle. So the same rule applies. The measure of the angle is half of its intercepted arc. No sum, just 1/2. So the intercepted arc here, remember, is the arc that is in the interior of your angle, right? So angle ADC, the interior of that would be the minor arc. Actually, it looks like a major arc, DB going this way around the circle, as opposed to the minor arc here, DCB, going that way. So this is the arc that is interior to the angle. So then ADB, that angle would be half of the intercepted arc. So since we know that the angle is 108, if we were to times the 108 by 2, we would see that the measure of arc AB is 216, which is in fact a major arc because it is greater than 180. So that confirms that it is a major arc there. So again, if the vertex is on the circumference of the circle, then the angle that is created is exactly 1/2 of the intercepted arc. Lastly, what happens if you have a vertex outside the circle? Outside the circle? Well, the measure of that angle is going to be half the difference of its 2 arcs. Half the difference of its 2 arcs. So here we have angle QRS. This angle has 2 intercepted arcs that are on the interior of the angle. We have the larger of the 2 out here at arc PT, and then the smaller one here at arc QS. So angle QRS is going to be half the difference. We always subtract the smaller arc from the larger arc there. So QRS is going to be half of arc PT minus difference minus arc QS. So if we know that angle QRS is 56 and we know that PT is 135, we can plug in those 2 known values and we can solve for the measure of arc QS. I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. Hopefully it'll show up. And lastly, we get that the measure of arc QS is 23 degrees. So again, if the measure is outside the circle, if the arc is, or if the angle is outside the circle, it is half a difference of the two arcs. So the way that I kind of remember it, this is my cheesy way to remember it, is if you're inside the circle, that's a good thing, right? You're in with the in crowd. So it's a good thing, it's a positive thing. So I remember to plus it because it's positive. If you're on the circle, that's kind of neutral. You don't really do anything. It's just the 1/2 relationship. If you're feeling left out, if you're outside the circle, oh, that kind of makes me sad. That's a negative thing. So then I subtract. Cheesy way to remember it, but sometimes that helps. So inside the circle is a plus, right? So you're looking at half of a sum. On the circle, the vertex on the circle is exactly 1/2, like the inscribed angles we learned about earlier. And if it's outside the circle, then that angle is half of the difference of the two arcs. And that's it. Those are our theorems for today. Shoot me a comment if you guys have some questions. Thanks.